My name is Tanya Roberts Snelligan, and I am a visually impaired woman. I've been visually impaired for 13 years. My eye condition is my optic nerves in my eyes are damaged because of my blood pressure. I have high blood pressure, and I have something that's called malignant high blood pressure, which means it's extremely high all the time if I don't take medications. I can tell when the lights are on or when it's day or when it's night, but I do use a walking cane because I can't leave my house without my cane because I wouldn't know where there were steps are, if there was a hole in the ground or anything like that. So I always use my cane outside my home. That lets me know that there's a crack there. My main thing is when I lost my sight, it was totally devastating to me. But my main thing was to keep my independence, stay on the path in life that I was on because I enjoy life. I like to go places. I like to do things. And the main thing is I thought that would stop. But the difference between a person that can see and myself is that you have to we do things a little different in order to still enjoy life.
So, I'm Darren Snelligan, better known as Snug, Supreme Nubian University Gifted, and I'm totally blind, and I'm married to Tanya, who is visually impaired, and we are Love is Blind. Me and Tanya, we met at the Center for the Visually Impaired. It's been 8 years her and I have been together, and we've been married for 6. Tanya's a great woman. She's a great woman. For her to be visually impaired and me to be totally blind, that alone within itself has something, because when I met her, she wasn't as confident as she is now. I mean, she grew up a lot. I mean, wow. I'm very impressed. Every day she walks out that door by herself, I'm totally proud of her. And it shows me that God put me here to give her the strength that she needs to have and the protection that she needs to have.
Talk about you, because you're totally blind.
Well, yes, I'm totally blind, as she just said. My blindness comes from a gunshot wound to the head. I actually, 15 years ago in May, tried to commit suicide. And fortunately, I didn't die, though I lost my vision. And it was a major changing situation, you know. It took me somewhere where I didn't realize I was going to be going. You know, my intention was not to be here, but seeing that I was still here, I had to figure out how I was going to live the rest of my life blind.
Before I even met him, before anything, she asked me, would you ever date a blind man? And I said, no, one of us got to see. But that was before I got into the blind community. And with me, and I know friends who have wives that can see and the husband is blind, or wives, the woman is blind and the man can see, they really feel like I've heard them say they wish they would have, that they was married or dating a blind person because their understanding is there. A person that is sighted may not always understand what you can see or what you can't see or what you can do, and may not have the patience. But you know what I do appreciate more than anything is I didn't fall in love with the way he looked. I fell in love with his heart. Because no matter what people tell you someone looks like, or who they may look like, or what they may look like, I didn't get hung up on looks. Because when you looking at somebody across the room, and you're like, wow, he fine, or she's beautiful. Okay, we didn't have that. What I heard was his voice that attracted me to him. And then when he started talking about what type of person he was, that attracted me more so. Now like I said, I did see his bald head, but the type of vision I had, it could have been a lumpy bald head. And all I know is a bald head. He has a fantastic smile that he flashes. So I did see that. But the most of all, with him, he had to fall in love with my heart. He had to fall in love with who I am. Even one of my daughters told me one time, she was like, wow, I like the way blind people have to fall in love, because y'all have to fall into love with each other's heart. And the conversation and the way that this person treats you, you don't get hung up on looks. And most this day and time, we all get hung up on looks. It could be the best person in the world, but you passed her up, or you passed him up, because he didn't look like what you thought he should have looked like. And you might be passing up a good man or a good woman, but because of the way he looked, you didn't even take time to get to know him or talk to him. Didn't even say hi to him hardly. Probably said hello, and yeah, hello, and kept going. So I do think that we have that as an advantage. We don't get hung up so much on looks as if we do in getting to know a person first.